Hey guys, Luke here. I wanted to just address real quick before we get into the video on a couple things that I have said throughout this. And I wanted to just correct myself real quick before you guys flame me in the comments. What I meant when I said use different vocal cords when you're singing versus when you're speaking, what I meant to say is you're using different parts of your vocal cords, not different vocal cords. It's just going to sound different because of the way that your aperture is. And the other thing I wanted to also address is I know I said like a dragon. I don't remember exactly what the name of the new Yakuza game is, as well as Yong Kiryu being the main character. That's what I get for not doing more research, but he's just a character in the game. But that's what I just wanted to do. So go ahead, enjoy the video, and tell me what you think. Hello, and hello, my friends. I was told by a friend of mine about a particular thing in the voice acting community. I thought I'd go over what's been going on because apparently there's this guy who was a voice actor in a particular game that's coming, and it's not very good from what I've heard from people. He's a YouTuber named Yong Yea. He was scouted after, I shouldn't say scouted. He auditioned for the main character named Kiryu in the next Yakuza game, and he got the role. They decided to recast this guy after Yakuza like a dragon, and this guy Yong Yea got it, and apparently it's not that great. So I was given these clips to kind of go over the original voice, which I'm not going to watch this entire 3-minute video, versus his performance of the upcoming game for, I think it's called Like a Dragon. I don't remember what the new one's called. Either way, it's the new Yakuza game coming up, and apparently it's not very good. But I want to hear what the original one was first, and then his, not game. So we're gonna hear this.
Good luck out there, Kazuma. You're gonna do great.
Okay. Oh, here, this is Kiryu.
Leave this part to me. You guys worry about the front line. I'll protect the back, even if it costs me my life.
So we're gonna listen to this again.
Leave this part to me.
Very deep.
You guys worry about the front line.
A little Grady.
I'll protect the back, even if it costs me my life.
Okay. So this is his voice. This is the original's voice. Now we're gonna listen to the new voice. This is Yong Yea. This is so this is the new one. This is from the voice actor. Or this is from the. Oh God, I can already tell the huge stark difference. This is the YouTuber Yong Yea and his voice.
Now, and you can go home in one piece. But if you don't, just remember, going down this path was your choice.
This is what someone decided to make. Oh my God. All right, so we're gonna listen to this again.
Turn around now, and you can go home in one piece. But if you don't, just remember, going down this path was your choice.
It's not bad. I'm not gonna say that any of it's bad. It's the microphone sounds like he's in a tunnel, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if he did this from home. I don't know if this was in the studio. I don't know if this is just for this particular scene because they're outside, but the mic work's not great. So it's not, again, it's not bad. I don't think it's that bad as far as what people are saying. I think that it's like the acting's there. It's definitely not a bad like voice that he's doing, but it's very different from this voice here.
Leave this part to me. You guys worry about the front line. I'll protect the back, even if it costs me my life.
Okay, I mean, so it's not bad. I don't think it's that, but it is definitely a huge difference. I want to listen to his other, the other voices he's done to see how he's done it in voice acting.
This girl is Jolene Cujo, but where in God's name is Lang Wrangler? Looks like between their position and my dexterity, it's a stalemate. I hope you'll forgive me. I didn't mean to get lost in the excitement.
Bask in the radiance of our city, my friends. My plan to triumphantly return with the soul gem in hand has crumbled before my eyes. I'm the unrivaled genius inventor! The magical apparatus battler's lovable senior!
I mean, he's not bad at acting.
Lilligoth is alive and well! But I can't. My sweater says yes, but my heart says
Like, this is good. This here is good.
After all, I am on the overnight duty until I must give the service on Sunday.
So, I mean, again, I don't think any of that's bad. I think that as an actor, he's fine. I don't have a problem with his voice that he's doing in any of the performances so far. But, okay, let's see. This is a 38-second video.
we're breaking the law, breaking the world together.
Huh?
Wait. This is him singing?
We're breaking the law, breaking
By the way, this is actual dub. This is not an AI cover. It's
the
official.
world together.
I feel like it's being auto-tuned in some ways, or like messed with.
Throwing out all tenderness, we're breaking the rules. No cause, no choice, no going back to how it was. No slowing down because
There will always be a loud minority who will claim I get cast because I'm a YouTuber. FYI, I've been acting longer than I've been YouTubing. I earned Kiryu, spent days perfecting my auditions. If they only cared about the follower numbers, they would have just cast Mr. Beast for everything.
we'll keep our heads high. Our fist raised till we die. We're living by our own judgment.
Oh, God! I mean, that's not good. That is in no way any good. But at the same time, I don't know what Kiryu sounds like before with singing. Like, this is bad. This is bad, but I feel like that's not his fault, because I don't know if he's a singer at all, and singing in character, as far as with it, is very difficult, because you're using different vocal cords to actually be singing, which is why I would feel like, for example, if my voice was kind of shot, I could still sing, because I'm using different vocal cords to be able to do that. You're using different parts of your vocal cords to actually be able to sing, which is why a lot of people sound differently when they sing versus when they're talking. Like, I know there are plenty of people out there who have a lower or higher register when they're singing, and they sound very different. So it's not gonna be all the same. So I can't fault him with this, but it's not good. It's not good. As far as the lines that he's reading when he's speaking, it doesn't sound bad. I can't say that it sounds bad because it doesn't. But at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna also like. Oh, hello. Is that Craig?
Yes.
Yes. Great. Just in time.
Hello.
I was given some material. Real quick.
Material.
I'll explain in a second. I was informed by Freddie that there's this YouTuber. His name is Yong Yea. He mostly does like gaming news and whatnot. He was cast in the next Yakuza game as one of the characters named Yong Yea Kiryu. And so I'm doing kind of like a comparison of the two of the original voice from Yakuza Like a Dragon to this one. And it's different. It's not bad, but it's different. However, and I also have material of his other like performances that he's done. I want to get your insight when we get to the last one, because you're a singer and you also enjoy doing voice acting.
Oh, God, does he sing?
He sings in his voice acted voice during the game. It's one of the mini games. It's a karaoke mini game.
Okay.
I would like for you to give your 2 cents when we get to there of how hard it is to sing and as well being in character while doing so.
Okay.
Because I feel because you're using different parts of your vocal cords to both manipulate your voice as well as trying to sing with that manipulated voice is incredibly difficult.
Yes, it's really difficult.
Okay, so this is a couple of lines. Here, let me, once again, we're going to pull up here. This is a couple of lines from the original Like a Dragon.
Okay.
You guys worry about the front line. I'll protect the back, even if it costs me my life.
And then it's also from the very beginning.
Good luck out there, Kazuma. You're gonna do great.
There's not really much material in this particular video of what's here. But that's the original voice. This is Yong Yea's voice.
Okay.
I don't love because it sounds almost like he's in a tunnel when he's reading this. I don't know if it's in the booth, if it's the nature of the game, the way that they mixed it, or if it's his mic work. But it's not good. At least the mic work. The voice itself to me doesn't sound bad. It's just different.
Okay.
Turn around now, and you can go home in one piece. But if you don't, just remember, going down this path was your choice.
Don't worry, mind that. This is someone who's hating on the video.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it again.
So
I'm gonna play it one more time.
The big thing I notice is there's a lot of like
Breathiness.
post breath at like
Yes,
after the
I
line
was
is finished.
thinking the same thing, especially in the very beginning. At the end of each sentence, there's a lot of breath to it, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Turn
No,
around
it's
now,
not.
Now,
and you can go home
now, in one piece.
in
Yeah.
one piece.
See? Play
Yeah.
again.
Turn around now, and you can go home in one piece. But if you don't,
There it is again.
Yeah.
just remember, going down this path was your choice.
Do you hear what I mean by it sounds like he's in a tunnel?
Yeah, yeah, I guess I wonder why there's
It's extremely echoey. Like, listen to this again.
And that doesn't sound that it kind of doesn't
Turn
sound like a problem on his end. It sounds like a choice that like
They mixed
know.
it how they did it, yeah.
yeah.
Come now,
One more time.
and you can go home in one piece.
And they're in an alley, mind you.
But if you don't, just remember, going down this path was your choice.
It sounds like, not even just the echoing with it, it sounds like he's a voice that's in his head. It doesn't sound done right. And I don't think that's him. But at the end of the, I don't think this voice is bad. It's just different. It's definitely not as good, but it's just different.
The voice, if we're purely going on comparison to the first one, like it seems fine. Just there's a lot of polish missing.
Yeah, I mean, again, the original video that was the original
both on
voice.
his end. Yeah, both on his end and on the end of the sound designers.
Yeah,
So-
no, 100%. This is some of the voices he has done in the past.
This girl is Jolene Kujo, but where in God's name is Lang Wrangler? Looks like between their
Yeah, that
position
sounded
and my
fine.
dexterity, it's a stalemate. I hope you'll forgive me. I didn't mean to get lost in the excitement.
The only line I don't like in this one is he's kind of rushing through the line.
Bask in the radiance of our city, my friends. My plan to triumphantly return with the soul gem in hand has crumbled before my eyes. I'm the unrivaled genius inventor! The magical apparatus battler's lovable senior! The reliable Chanel Lilligoth is alive and well! But I can't! My sweater says yes, but my heart says no!
I really like this one because you can tell like the character is like this wimpy dude and he's doing that wimpiness of scared and whatnot really well.
Yeah.
After all, I am on the overnight duty until I must give the service on Sunday.
I don't like this one. It's boring.
Play it again. Play it again.
It's hard to because it's a short.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
This
This-
girl is
okay.
Jolene
It's the same
Kujo,
one.
But where in God's
I want you to listen carefully again to this next one.
name is Lang Wrangler?
This guy. Listen carefully again in between each sentence how quickly he's rushing.
Looks like between their position and my dexterity, it's a stalemate.
This line here.
I hope you'll forgive me. I didn't mean to get lost in the excitement.
I hope you forgive me. I didn't mean to get lost in the excitement. There's a obvious comma there, and he's not taking it.
That didn't seem like that didn't seem like an acting issue. That seemed like a dubbing issue.
Yeah, and that's definitely the possibility. All right, and here's the singing one. And again, I want
Sure.
your input on this one a lot because of how hard it is. But this is bad. Like, this is legitimately bad.
We're breaking the law, breaking the world together. Throwing out all tenderness, we're breaking the rules. No cause, no choice, no going back to how it was. No slowing down because we'll keep our heads high. Our fists race till we die. We're living by our own judgment.
Oh. It's so bad. But I feel like that might be an angle that it's supposed to be going for in a sense.
That's very possible. Just okay. So yes, singing in the voice that you're trying to do, especially if it's something that you're like not used to doing, and especially if it is a more normal voice, like if you're slightly altering your voice and also singing, that can sometimes actually be harder, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you're not
than doing like a crazy voice and singing,
and that's mainly because if it's so close to your original, it's hard to stay in that character. It's hard to stay in that voice. Whereas if I try to sing as Kermit the Frog, I have to really throw my voice forward. So it's going to be easy as going, give me a particular song. Don't stop believing. It's easier to do that because I'm still doing that and manipulating it versus if I try to do something that's close to my voice or in an accent. That's my normal voice, but in an accent, it's going to be so much harder to do that.
Right.
Because I want to default to my normal voice.
Yeah. Like, that's not good at all.
No, it was really bad.
No, that's very, very bad.
And the thing is that's going along with this is this guy apparently, if you read one of the tweets here, let me pull it up again.
Yeah, he said something like he's been acting longer than he's a YouTuber. Yeah.
There is always be a loud minority of who will claim I got cast because I'm a YouTuber. FYI, right. I've been acting longer than I've been YouTubing. I earned Kiryu, spent days perfecting my auditions. If they only cared about follower numbers, they would have just cast Mr. Beast or anything. Here's the problem with this particular thing that's been going on. This is a guy who's in the video game commentary community, so he critiques a lot of things, and he's apparently critiqued people and critiqued certain performances in the past as far as voice acting, and people saying, well, you can give criticism but you kind of can't take it. Like, what the fuck? Because apparently he's been blocking people on Twitter, as you can see here. This over here, it's blocked, as well as been deleting certain comments on YouTube and whatnot. So, and people have been making shit post videos. Like, I understand that people are very insecure. Like, for example, I was saying to Freddie earlier, if I were to critique somebody about singing, and then I were to put a video on YouTube and someone were to critique my singing, I would have a really hard time not taking it personally because, as you know, I'm very self-conscious about my voice. I'm very, very self-conscious about my singing voice. However, if I didn't give a shit about it and I knew I was bad and people were critiquing, like, I wouldn't care because I knew I know that for a fact. I can't be like, oh, I could sing so much better, and then someone were to critique me saying how much worse it really is, and I start deleting comments. That's not okay.
And again, that doesn't sound like that. Going back to the singing clip itself, that doesn't sound just like a problem on his end.
No,
like yes, it wasn't great, but
also the auto tuning is not even his fault.
Oh yeah, the auto tuning is terrible. Why? I don't know why anyone would ever think that's a good idea.
I don't know. It's something, I guess, within the whole K-pop or J-pop community of like, as far as that culture, the things will still get auto tuned here and there. I don't fucking know. I don't listen to J-pop.
Yeah, like if you need to pitch correct, fine, but like auto tuning is so 2008. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I agree. Auto-tune can be done correctly at times. I assume karaoke songs are like parodies. It's supposed to be funny, but it's also painful. I agree. I agree, Sully.
It's yeah. Sometimes painful things can be funny.
Oh, 100%. Look at the room. Look at the room.
Yeah. I was literally just about to say that.
But like, I mean, you're tearing me apart, Lisa. But so yeah, like it's bad. It's bad. But as for his actual performance, like when he's speaking, outside of the mixing issues and the breathiness, I don't think it sounds bad. It's just different. And some people have an issue with different. Does the voice fit the character? After 10 to 15 seconds of that voice, I can't say for certain. I don't know. But
I've never played a Yakuza game.
Neither have I. So it's hard for me to say for anything. I don't think he butchers it. I think if I was given more material to watch, then maybe I could be able to give more of a critique for it. But like, there are some times where people tend to blame, and I used to do this a lot, and so did you. Like, where a lot of people would go after the voice actors. Like, that's bad voice acting, and sometimes it's going to be bad voice acting. But more often than not, as you, myself, Adam, and most people have talked about, more often than not, it's a direction problem. And if it's the direction,
it's a direction. It's like it's an audio engineering problem too.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, of course.
For going back to the first video of him doing the Yakuza part, if someone just were like, hey, there's a little bit of breathiness here on the end, maybe just like do a different take, or if they could just fix that in post. I don't exactly know how it works, but like, when you have an issue that's like, it's a very basic issue in voice acting, like breathiness after your line. It's like, and people have found ways to remedy that.
Sure.
Use them.
Oh, 100%. And part of that could be just solved with, listening to your own work, giving other people the opportunity to. I'm getting Discord messages, but that's one of the things I really loved doing when I was doing all the auditions for Dark Deity. We would constantly be sharing this back and forth, and you get a second opinion on this, and that's also the point of a voice director. They are the ones who give you the critique. They give you these things saying, hey, I need you to reread this line for me because there is some breath at the end of it. And sometimes when you're reading it and it trails off like his did, you can't just edit that part out. You have to redo the line. You just have to.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I said, this is what the voice director wanted. He got. It's not like he was chosen because he's just a YouTuber. No, he put in his audition like other people did, and he got selected for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. A great example of what I was talking about, where I used to. This is one of my prime examples of sometimes a performance isn't bad. It just doesn't fit the character. I was talking about this earlier. Colleen Clinkenbeard as Gohan in Dragon Ball Z Kai. You've heard this one. I don't like the voice whatsoever. I don't think it fits the character at all. It sounds terrible in my opinion. It doesn't
so
fit
hard.
Gohan.
Like it's so hard. I'm not going to like disagree with that because I haven't watched a lot of Kai. I've heard the voice before. And it's so hard for me to have like an objective opinion.
It's gonna be hard for me also because nostalgia.
Like
what I grew up with.
The voice of Gohan, or the voice of like Kid Gohan, from the Dragon Ball. I mean, whether you watch the original Dragon Ball Z Funimation dub or like the remaster with the Bruce Faulkner soundtrack, and like going even further, Dragon Ball. Goku, Dragon Ball GT, Goku, like that voice was just fucking everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere, everywhere. And not only was it in Dragon Ball Z as Gohan in both young and teen Gohan, but it was also the voice of Kid Goku. It's the exact same voice. It's the exact same voice actress.
Yes.
So it was for so long. But I'm gonna do a quick voice comparison of the two, and you tell me what sounds more like a young boy's voice.
I want, Dad. If I don't risk pushing myself too far, then there's no way I'm ever gonna become a Super Saiyan! One way or another, we're going to find out if I really am a Super Saiyan. It's now or never, Dad! Don't hold back!
Okay, just with that line, what sounds more like a boy?
Right. Yeah. It's I would definitely have to give it to Stephanie.
I've been letting them down my whole life! I've been letting people down my whole life! Whenever my friends needed me most, I was always too weak or too scared to help them. And how many of my friends have gotten hurt because I've been too weak or too scared to help them?
Is
Yeah,
Colleen's performance bad? No, it's not bad. Like, that's the thing. They're not bad performances. It just doesn't fit the character. You're fine with both? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, people have their preferences.
I think Colleen, she also doesn't do like very young Gohan. Like I don't think her voice fits very young Gohan.
No,
like
not at all.
6-year-old.
No, not in the
Saiyan
slightest.
Saga.
No, not in the slightest.
Or is he 5 or 6 at that point? I think he's 5 actually.
He is 5 at that point. And
Yeah,
it's the same voice.
Even less so.
Like, even less so, I would completely agree. It just doesn't fit. It does not fit whatsoever. I don't like it personally. I think that Stephanie did a better job, in my opinion. However, I don't blame Colleen for it, because she's a good voice actress. I've heard her in other things, and she sounds great. It's again, it's just the direction of where they want to. It's the same thing with Bulma, in Dragon Ball Z when it was Tiffany Vollmer versus Monica Rial. Monica Rial, and I hate to admit this because I don't like her very much as a person, but I don't know her as a person with everything that she. Regardless, she doesn't do a bad job as Bulma. I grew up with Tiffany Vollmer. I prefer Tiffany Vollmer's voice a bit more, and that's mainly because she sounds less. She's still naggy, but not. And I hate to use this term, but she's not as bitchy. Whereas Monica Rial's is so much more naggy and bitchy, to the point where it's just like, I want to wring your fucking neck.
I think I kind of see what you're getting at. I don't know how much I agree.
And that's again, to each their own. But again, it's not a bad performance. In any the slightest.
I think it's less stark of a difference than the two Gohans.
Mm-hmm. What I will say, and this is more of a matter of opinion, and because he's the voice director, I personally think that Piccolo's new voice from Sabbath versus the voice that he did back in Z is just so bad.
It's less like when you hear Piccolo and Vegeta side by side in Z, there is a clear distinction between those two voices. In Super, the distinction isn't quite there.
No, it's not. And I chalk it up to part of it being the fact that, like, he's gotten older.
I think that's part of it. Yeah, I think that's a pretty significant part of it, actually.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I think that's the main problem I would have with this Piccolo. I think the performance is still fine.
The performance is not bad, but here, I want to pull up one last one. Hang on 1 second. This is when Piccolo is saying, like, Gohan doesn't like fighting. Come on. Piccolo.
Find the thing!
I'm finding the thing! Okay, so this is the original.
Enough of this game, Goku. You're wrong about your son. Gohan may have that power, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't thirst for battle and mayhem.
Okay, this to me sounds like an actual character he's doing a voice for. Versus this. I do not like this.
No.
Also that no is no, it's not good.
Enough. This can't go on. Hear me? Enough. And I don't care what you have to say about it either. I'm stopping this fight. It's your own flesh and blood getting pummeled out there. Damn you. How the hell can you be so calm?
It's your own flesh and blood getting pummeled out there.
It's so boring. It's so nothing.
Yeah, I'm legitimately shocked.
Like I just
like
don't like it
like
at all. It doesn't sound like a character. It just sounds like some guy talking. Again, also, just listen to how bad this no is.
No.
It's so bad. It is a giant blah. I don't care for it. It's just boring. It's just boring.
not the greatest voice clip for sure. Again, it's like you could like very easily paste that onto like Vegeta's face and like have him.
It's not even just that. It's not much of a performance that's there in general. It's just blah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've been delaying for long enough. Let's put on.
I was
some
about to
Paper
say.
Mario.